We often assume that raw intelligence dictates who succeeds, but if you look closely at high performers, you find a reliance on a predictable daily system, a life OS. Research identifies 15 specific meta-skills that predict long-term achievement far more accurately than your IQ score, and execute these skills, making their execution visible and mechanical. To begin the build, you need 3 prerequisites. Open up a blank calendar, launch your preferred digital workspace, and define exactly one primary macro goal. Abstract skills like discipline only yield results when locked into a measurable daily architecture. Let's install the core. Macro goals are too dense. Apply chunking to forcefully break your target into manageable monthly milestones. This chart maps them onto a timeline. Embedding targets into a visual dashboard enables self-analysis, tracking daily inputs against a baseline to directly increase goal attainment. Navigating these steps efficiently requires metacognition, the skill of learning how to learn. Data from the OECD shows that metacognitive practices consistently improve academic achievement and reasoning across all measured domains. The process runs on a loop. Anticipation sets the micro-target. Action executes the task. Finally, reflection analyzes the outcome to refine the next step. Input data into the loop by building a dedicated daily reading habit into your tracker. Research from Yale found that regular book readers live about 2 years longer on average, while maintaining higher memory retention. Systems eventually break under external pressure. This requires adaptability. As Mike Tyson observed, plans often vanish the moment you take the first hit. Your system must recalculate rather than shut down. A goal without a measured subroutine and a built-in recovery protocol is just an empty wish. The core processing unit is now active. Back-to-back tasks eventually trigger system failure. To prevent this, shift your scheduling paradigm from time management to energy management. Categorize your calendar blocks by their cognitive load. Slot intense mental work into peak energy hours and push administrative duties into the afternoon slump. Motivation provides the initial impulse needed to trigger a high-energy block. It serves as the momentary drive to push past the resistance, but it remains a volatile, short-term resource. When that initial impulse fades, the system relies on discipline. This logic-based mechanism forces the completion of the block, regardless of your emotional state. This specific self-control is highly predictive of long-term output. Research from Angela Duckworth shows that discipline explains more than twice as much of the variance in final grades as raw intelligence. Treating personal energy as a finite resource makes burnout a strategic impossibility. Every system needs a diagnostic tool. Mindfulness serves this function. Data from Harvard reveals that a regular practice physically reduces the volume of the brain's stress centers. Pair this clarity with prospection, the ability to mentally simulate future paths. Research from UC Berkeley shows that pre-visualizing a plan significantly improves the execution of complex tasks. This diagram shows how prospection functions. It creates a predictive decision matrix, allowing you to evaluate multiple outcomes before committing resources to a single path. Internal diagnostics must lead to clear external outputs. Honest verbalization is required. Failing to voice your internal state leads to relationship friction and eventual system collapse. Communication also functions to import data. Active listening and negotiation are protocols designed to extract information and align mutual interests. The precision of external communication is entirely dependent on the clarity of your internal mental monitoring. Scale the system using emotional intelligence as your networking protocol. Today, 71% of employers prioritize EQ over technical skills for long-term performance. Protect the system with self-respect. This is your firewall. Set firm boundaries so external demands cannot drain your primary energy supply. Maintain an idea inbox to capture creative outputs. The University of Pennsylvania identifies creative thinking as a top marketable skill because it consistently generates unique value. Review the final build. You now have goal trackers, an energy-synced calendar, mental diagnostics, and social firewalls. Success always follows a repeatable, mechanical pattern. It is the steady output of a meticulously maintained operating system.